Is Sombra still useful? Is Bastion trash? Was Scatter Arrow actually too strong? Well, that's all coming up here on the Overwatch podcast.
I'm your host, Wakeng elect under 1 for 1.
And I'm your other host, Anthony Metz, aka Silent.
Well, Anthony Metz, what are we talking about today?
I believe we're talking about DPS since we did tanks and supports.
DPS.
The thing that everyone wants to play.
I know, the flashy guy. The, what? Not the Aaron
The
Rodgers.
Clips, the Pines of the world, the Jonax, Jonak is a support player. Scratch that.
He plays Zen, who's a DPS player. Is a DPS character, right? Just disguised as a support player. Okay, he's just,
Okay,
right.
So this DPS is going to be 2 episodes because it's going to be way too long if we actually did it in 1 episode. You guys would probably be listening or watching for 2 hours.
Yeah, it's just because DPS, the category is just as big as if supports and tanks were just put together as one category.
Okay, so we're going to get into explaining how we're going to rate these DPS heroes. So we did it by 3 tiers. So the top tier, the middle tier, and the bottom tier. So top tier are the most optimal characters, the best of the best, the heroes that if you can play them and get the most value out of them, you're absolutely going to wreck face and get up into GM. Then we have the middle tier. These characters are still optimal. You can still get a lot of value out of them. You're just not going to be absolutely destroying the other team. Then there's the bottom tier. The absolute trash. Just kidding. These characters just can't get that much value towards your team, or they're picked in too many niche situations.
Yeah,
So,
bunch of Oscars, that's what they are.
Yeah.
Oscar's the Grouch.
So, also before we get into explaining, choosing our top tier or middle tier or any of our characters.
We would like to explain that DPS, for them, it's more important of the so-called skill ceiling and floor. And what skill ceiling and floor is the floor is the base level of when you pick up the character. So
how hard it is to pick up a certain character.
How hard it is to pick up a certain character.
For example, picking up Soldier is really easy compared to picking up someone like Zarya.
Yeah, like picking up like Zarya. Like you play her the first time, probably don't know what the heck you're doing on Zarya. You play Soldier the first time, he's got a gun. You know what the heck you're doing with Soldier, right? Now, ceiling, on the other hand, it's the potential of what they can do. So let's take Genji for an example. Genji's skill ceiling is huge. It is just, if you are a god tier Genji, you're gonna be doing the most Japanese anime crazy shit that you can think of. All right, like freaking McCree's Deadeye. Reflect. You're gonna kill Reinhardt or something like that. You know, these just like big brain plays. Okay, for ceiling like that. And
Genji also has a very high skill floor.
Yeah, he's also a very high
he's a
skill
very
floor.
hard character to play because you need to time your skills correctly.
Yeah, and if we take Bastion, on the other hand, his skill ceiling is basically the floor. You can't really do much with him. He transforms into a minigun, and that's honestly that's really it.
Basically, since Bastion doesn't have that much that he can do or bring value to the team, that's why his skill ceiling's so low. Because you can't get super amounts of value
you can't
out
get
of
super
him. The
amounts of
higher
value.
amount of skill you put into him.
He's always gonna be at that little spot.
Okay, so we're gonna get into choosing, and then the next episode we'll get into explaining more about the DPS meta and the problems and all that good stuff.
Matchups and combos,
stuff like that.
Yep.
So, for top tier picks, in my top tier picks, I have Hanzo, Mei, Ashe, and Reaper. So I picked Hanzo because he's just OP. Storm Arrow can break shields really easily, and if you don't, Storm Arrow can kill a lot of people really easily, or kill just the Roadhog if you really want to. Then, one-shot headshots are really just amazing. Apparently, you can get lucky headshots.
Yes, because old Hanzo, his arrows were giant logs. You just kind of aim in a certain direction. Literally with Hanzo, you just aim straight. You'll probably kill someone.
Yeah. He does have a little bit of a higher skill floor because his arrows do have drop off, unlike a lot of the other heroes on this list. Well, I guess just the rest of the DPS heroes.
Yeah.
And then Mei, I put in my top tier because she's just the queen of control. If you want to CC the other team to hell, pick Mei. It's just a no-brainer. It's really dumb how much control you can get through wall, her freeze. Her freezes through people. Just her normal attack freezes through enemies, so you can freeze multiple people at once. So she's just very devastating on her own. But then, if you actually combine teamwork with it, she just becomes just a powerhouse, to be quite honest.
Alright, you get it. You love Mei. Alright, who's your next character?
I picked Ashe because you could get a lot of value out of her with her, pipe bomb. She has great mobility to get away, and then her aim down sight. Her only
mobility is a shotgun.
Her aim down sight.
Her shotgun sucks. It is so bad.
Her aim down sight deals quite a bit of damage too. She can one-shot a Tracer. And then her ult, Bob. Come on, Bob.
Bob is the best friend, but her hip fire shot, it is so bad. Her hip fire, and her reloading. Ugh! Disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
What is this?
I know. It really sucks. But if you can use her correctly, to most of us, you're going to get a lot of value. She probably falls off around Masters, Grandmasters.
I would agree with that. She has a high skill ceiling, so...
Yeah, but you won't see her being picked very often in those.
Yeah.
But to the rest of us, then both me and Wakeng agree on this one. It's just Reaper. Because
Reaper is like... Reaper is broken.
He is literally the destroyer of lower ranks.
Yep, he is the Grim Reaper.
So basically why I have him on there is anyone can get value, and he has a really low skill floor, but he also has a low skill ceiling. So you're gonna get a lot of value out of him. He's not, his skill ceiling isn't that low as like Bastions or Sims, but you're going to be wrecking face with him.
I mean, honestly, who needs skill when you're just gonna one-shot anything?
Yeah,
right?
But then when you go to like Diamond and Platinum, people start using Hanzo, and you kind of like die before you can get in range.
Yeah, I guess his shotgun pellets. Sometimes they're favorable, sometimes they hate you.
Yeah, you have to be really close.
You can have like 1 HP. Reaper shoots you from across the map.
Basically, if Reaper's shotgun isn't 2 feet away from your target, it's not doing that much damage.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah. So, Wakeng, what do you have on your top tiers besides Reaper? Since,
my top tier list. Well, yeah, we talked about Reaper. He's easy to use, and one of my reasons why I picked Reaper was because he's a strong duelist. So let's say that if he went up against a Genji, okay? Genji's got incredible, we talked about Genji. He's got high potential, great skill ceiling. Yeah, but, Genji's got to get in close. Reaper gets in close. Reaper's probably going to win the fight. Health steal. Oh, God, that's horrible. Remember when they used to make the little souls?
Oh,
the little, like, candies that Reaper could just get?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I want that.
Where you had people, like, your Reaper would be, like, going around in somewhere. You're like, why is he going there?
Yeah.
Because he's the only one that can see souls to pick up to regen health.
Yeah, that was weird. They buffed Reaper to the lifesteal, which is also really good for him. If he gets hit, shotgun, he'll gain like an extra 30 health during the fight, so he won't die as quickly. Yeah, that's why Reaper's on there. Now, my second character on my top tier list is Mei, and the reason was because she's Oh, I mean, to cut it short, she's basically Satan. Like, everyone hates her. She makes the game unplayable. She's super strong utility. Okay, she's like a. If you want to play goats again, just add a Mei. Just use Mei. You'll have 3 tanks basically. Her wall has a lot of health, and it's a shield. And her freezing ability can freeze multiple characters.
Yeah.
It passes through.
Yeah, it passes through, and then they buffed the amount of it, so it takes less time to freeze people.
Yes,
which was not okay.
Yeah, so if you clump them all together, Mei could get 3 people without using her ult. And her ult's broken too. It goes through shields.
Yeah, as long as there isn't like a diva around.
Yeah, as long as there's
or
a diva,
like
Sigma.
McCree or her ult takes so long to deploy.
Yeah, it's
basically if you're gonna use Mei's ult, I recommend just staring at the ground and throwing it.
Yeah, you gotta do some big brain plays when you use Mei's
because
ult.
if it's in the air and you get any stunned, you literally your ult just disappears before it has to hit the ground to activate. It's really dumb.
And outside of the ult, she has a self regeneration thing where she's unkillable, but she's not mobile. So I guess that's one negative thing, But yeah, other than that, Mei is just this unkillable war machine. She's like the Terminator. Now, my third character on my top tiers list is Hanzo, just like Metz. Hanzo does a lot of damage. He hurts a lot. And his ult is, probably one of the best, I guess. One of the best. Not
if you use it properly.
Yeah. If you can pull it off, it's one of the best. It's
Kang's usually angry at me from like shooting my dragons from spawn and still getting kills. Like 2 or 3.
Sometimes it's kind of stupid. But like that's what also makes Hanzo really fun. And with Hanzo, when the enemy's lined up and they're like straight ahead from you, as long as you shoot in the general direction, not like like way too far, too up or too low. As long as you shoot at the enemy, you automatically have a higher chance of getting a kill. Because unlike Widowmaker, where it's hit scan, so when you shoot, it passes through that instant. It's a projectile, so it takes time to travel over. So when the enemy peeks out, then you can dink him in the head. Those are pretty nice. And yeah, Storm Arrow is pretty strong too. Just 5 rapid arrows right to the face. And his his little lunge is pretty cute too. Not really the best, but Sonic Arrow is probably one of the strongest utility.
Yeah, being able to see through walls like every 10 seconds, or is it 8?
Yeah, every 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds you can see through walls.
Yeah, that's very strong.
It's super. You need all the information you get. Like
having it. That's why double sniper was so prevalent, because being able to see where the enemy is 24/7 was just ridiculous.
That and the high kill potential that they both had with Widow and Hanzo, just crazy. So, Metz,
how about you introduce your middle tier first, since we're done with the top tier?
My middle tier? Well, my middle tier, I'm going to start out with Ashe, because, one, I think I kind of said it earlier, her shotgun sucks. Her reload is trash. Hip fire is garbage. Like, ew. Who does 25, damage? That's just nasty. Ew.
Yeah, I do agree that some of her, especially her hip fire, isn't that great, but I still believe you can get more value out of her than most of the other characters.
That's true, and it's the good things that kind of outweigh the bad. There's the good things that match up with the bad things. For one, her pipe bomb is just super powerful. It's freaking. That thing is so strong. It's like, I can't describe it other than it's just broken. Like, there's the initial damage, which is like 80 or something, and then there's the overtime damage, which even like Lucio's healing can't heal through it if he's hit by it, unless he amps it up that he's gonna heal through it. But it's the overtime burn damage that it gives out on Lucio is
greater than his passive healing.
Yeah, it's greater than his passive healing. It's super strong, and she has Bob. Like, honestly, I only play Ashe just so I could use Bob, and Bob is just freaking amazing. Bob, he's basically another tank character. You just throw him on the point if if the enemy's on it, so he can be the sacrifice instead.
Dear Jeff, nerf Bob just a little bit, not too much.
But yeah, Bob suffers from focus fire, and
Anna, no, he suffers from Anna.
And he suffers from Anna, and Sombra. He acts like another.
I don't think it lasts that long. I think if you hack Bob right away, I think he gets shoot before.
Yeah, he can.
I think it only takes away half his duration.
Yeah, he can still.
Unlike
shoot.
Anna Sleep Dart, where Anna Sleep Dart is literally, if you get hit Bob with Anna Sleep Dart, and no one touches Bob, Bob's out.
Yeah,
he's gonna shoot for a 0.1 seconds and then leave.
And the other reason why I didn't put Ashe on the top tier list is because she suffers from this thing that I'm gonna call aimthritis. You have to have good aim to even use her. So if your aim is
come on, spam hipfire. What do you
spam
need to aim
hipfire. Even with hipfire, it's gonna be trash. Are you kidding me? Seriously.
Okay, whatever.
What do you mean whatever? You have to have decent aim to even use her. That's kind of what I put her in the middle.
If you're playing FPS games and you don't have decent aim, what are you doing? Playing
Reinhardt or Winston? I don't know. May you just run up and freeze them? Hanzo just shoot in the general direction? Excuse me, Reaper, get up in their face and blow it off? Come on. But yeah, Ashe middle tier for me. I don't know. This Metz guy is kind of crazy. I'll be honest.
No. I think you're the one who's crazy.
I'm not crazy.
What are you talking about? But we both agree on the next character, which is McCree.
McCree, he also suffers from aimthritis. This new thing I'm gonna call it now. But
we're just gonna put that on a T-shirt. And
yeah,
start selling
aimthritis. That'd be cool. But his utility flashbang is really, really strong. It's powerful. The old flashbang headshot tracer. Yeah,
it's kind of why it's really strong, but it's because you can control the character, and McCree's just a good duelist, but he can't necessarily get away. That's why he's on my middle tiers. He brings out he does a lot of damage, but if someone comes up to him, I would say 75% of the time he's dead.
Yeah, 75% of the time he's dead. Unless he's got his flashbang, then the other guy's dead most of the time.
Unless it's Winston, then Winston's just I don't care.
Winston or Roadhog, they're the strongest duelists. Unless they're going against Reaper, but
I would say Roadhog's stronger. But this is a DPS.
Yeah, this Roadhog's DPS for tanks. Come on. So is Ball. Ball's a DPS for tanks. Protecting the team. No, kill the other team faster. That's literally what they do.
Categorized characters.
Fine. All right. Fine. Another thing. Yeah, McCree. His mobility hinders him. He's got his little, barrel roll. What?
Yeah, but he can still get stunned out of it, frozen out of it. It's not that strong. If he had super frames where he couldn't be touched in that movement, maybe he would be a little bit stronger. I don't think it would make him top tier though.
I want to make him top tier.
And also the time to kill for McCree is 2 shots, and it sometimes is most likely 3 shots if your aim isn't that good. It's too much to trying to kill people. Because it's 3 body shots or 2 headshots. Or a headshot and a body shot.
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
It's the time to kill with McCree is kind of the reason why Hanzo wins him. Because McCree can break walls just as fast as Hanzo. It's just that Hanzo's time to kill is infinitely better.
Quicker. It's quicker to kill someone with Hanzo than McCree. Yeah, and Deadeye is kind of
crappy.
It's kind of meh,
crappy.
A
lot of
unless they're running Zen, Anna, comp, and
a lot of McCree players won't even use their Deadeye to actually go kill players, or they'll wait for the Mercy to ult, then they'll use.
Oh yeah, wait for Mercy to ult, wait for Pharah to jump up. Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah, but most of the time, McCree's used it for reload. So basically what you can do with McCree is you can shoot all 6 bullets, use your barrel roll, it reloads your gun automatically, shoot 6 more, barrel roll, use your ult, cancel it immediately, use 6 more.
Yep.
So you can literally fire off like 18 bullets in like 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's fun though sometimes. Hey, it's a challenge for you McCree players, alright?
Dual Roadhog at full HP.
Yeah, dual Roadhog at full HP. Fan the hammer, flash, roll, fan the hammer, ult, fan the hammer. Alright? You're gonna kill Roadhog, and it's gonna feel great. But, you know, it's gonna cost a lot, but still pretty fun. Try doing that.
It's pretty rewarding.
It's pretty rewarding.
Because, yeah.
Yeah.
But the next character on both of our lists is Widowmaker.
Now, the reason why I have Widowmaker here is because she also suffers from aim-thritis, you know. You have to aim good with Widow. But Widow, in particular, is far worse because, one, her only usefulness is her sniper rifle. And that means you have to aim well. And her mobility is trash, so she's not really going anywhere.
I wouldn't say that her mobility's trash.
Her mobility got nerfed, okay? They slapped her.
Okay, they only upgraded it by 3 seconds, so basically Widows aren't going to be, like, using their hook. Like, good Widows aren't going to be using their hook to get up to high places unless it's, like, really safe. And they're not going to be jumped on. They're most likely going to be using it just to get away.
Yeah.
Which good Widows would usually do. I mean, even when it was down to 10 seconds, a Winston jumped on her, then Winston's cooldown regenerates much faster.
Yeah.
So she's still dead.
She's still gonna die. But yeah, Widow is in middle tier just because the fact that she is heavily dependent on the player's accuracy.
Yeah. She has quite like a middle skill floor because of the accuracy that you need to play her, but once you have that down, then she has a very high skill ceiling.
She has the highest damage, but highest damage potential in the game from just without any like abilities or whatever. Like 300 headshot, that's crazy. That's OP. Like come on, that's like 2 headshots on a tank, they're dead. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, she can do a lot of damage. It's just that her skill floor and with how shields and dive is kind of starting to come back, she's not like the greatest.
Yeah. That and the time it takes for the shot to charge also.
Well, I also have it listed that she's on the middle tier because she can be targeted too easily. Because if you're doing good as Widowmaker, you're going to have, like, at least 2 or 3 people on the other team just targeting you solely.
I mean, they wouldn't want the Widow to just pop off now, would they? Let's be real here.
But all you need is a Winston. You don't need half the team.
I know. Yeah.
So, like, if you start popping off as Widow, expect to be changing really soon.
Yeah. Unless your team is supporting you really, really well, and then they just can't touch you.
No.
The difference between my middle tier and Metz's middle tier is that I put Genji on it.
Well, there's a little bit more than that, but
oh yeah. I put Genji on there is because the ceiling for Genji is really. I mean, no. I put Genji on there because, like, even though he's kind of hard to play, his abilities are just really, really strong. So if you can time them right, they can help. I'm having a brain fart. Oh god. But basically what I'm saying is Swift Strike is OP. Reflects really strong. It's like what's better than deleting an ult? Using it against the enemy team, using their own things against them, is the best thing that could happen. Hong Kong, no, state. No, where you don't Uno reverse cards though.
Do you think you could Uno reverse card Maze ult?
Yeah, you can.
You can.
You can reflect.
Oh, that's OP.
You can reflect Snowball. It's OP and Dragon Blade, an attack that you can't block. Like it's.
But why is he only on his middle tier.
Oh, because he's too damn hard to play.
Yeah,
Okay?
Genji
That's the
has
only thing.
Genji has one of the highest skill floors in Overwatch.
It's just because he's too damn hard to play.
You're,
He's on the middle tier.
The timing and knowledge that you have to have of his skills and movement are quite insane. You cannot pick him up and get value out of him.
You need so much precision with your movements, and you have to pick timings. You're basically like, it's basically like a fighting game with Genji. You gotta know when to do things. You gotta read your opponent's movements. You gotta know when they're gonna do something, and then you'll win. Like.
Now, a character on my middle tier that isn't on Wakeng's is Soldier. I put Soldier here on the middle tier because he has the lowest skill floor in the game, so anyone can really pick him up and get value out of him. And then if you stick with him and practice a little bit, he can duel a lot of the characters in the game and still win by himself just off of using his skills and utility. And if you can duel almost every player in the game, you can get quite a bit of value out of him. So that's why Soldier is going to be on my middle tier because, well, it's just for most of the Overwatch community, Soldier can be used to get value.
Yep, Soldier is jack of all trades.
Yeah.
He's good at everything.
Then another character that I have on my middle tier is Sombra. Now, Sombra is one of those characters that I was debating on putting in between my bottom and middle tier, but she made it to the middle tier just because she still has quite a bit of value with her hack and her ult. They're still really, really strong. It's just that they're not as strong anymore because of the shield nerf. Since shields got nerfed, they're easier to break, so Sombra breaking all those big shields isn't really as effective because shields are usually down most of the time now.
Yeah, shields got nerfed. They have less health. There's like.
Yeah, if you want to hear like an entire discussion on shields, just go watch our first podcast episode about tanks.
Yeah,
we were pretty upset about it.
Yeah, pretty much. Sombra's main utility was to hack tanks.
You can still get quite a bit of value out of her with her, especially just her main fire is pretty strong too.
Yeah, her main fire is really, really powerful.
But yeah, that's one of the differences between our middle tiers.
We both put Tracer on our middle tiers.
Yeah, we both put Tracer on our middle tiers.
And my reason why she's on the middle tier is because, well, she is good and she can be great, kind of like Genji. Her floor is kind of high, and her ceiling is really high, but she suffers differently from Genji because you need to be more aware of your positioning with Tracer, with kind of getting in, getting out, getting kills. It's really hard with Tracer.
What we also kind of mean by this is the positional awareness is when you blink, you're gonna have to turn your mouse to where you end up and where your opponent is. So if you blink past your opponent, you're going to have to turn behind you when you come out of the blink so you can start shooting right away.
Yes.
Because if you blink for it and then turn around, you're wasting time, which can get you killed at 150 HP.
But if you blink right in front of the enemy and shoot, then there's, you skip the step of adjusting your crosshair on the enemy and, killing them.
Another reason why she's only on our middle tier is she's a glass cannon. She's
the only character with 150 health.
She has
good thing they buffed Zen's health from 150 to 200. They needed that.
They really, I think they added just shield, 50 shield.
Yeah, they added 50 shields, but
anyways, basically you can get a lot of value out of her, except she's the easiest character to die in this entire game.
Yeah, like Hanzo, Widow body shot, Mercy damage boost, Widow body shot. McCree,
Tracer getting body shot is like, where's the HP? I need some HP right now. I'm about to die. If someone sneezes on me, I'm dead. Please help. Supports, where the hell are you? I'm gonna go find a health pack. Someone used it. God damn it.
She's really good at getting in and out. Her recall ability, making it so that she goes back in time, where I think like the last 2-3 seconds where she was. Yeah, that's a really broken ability. She she basically recovers all her health back. She goes back into a favorable position, and she can rethink what to do next after she recalls.
And it confuses your enemy.
Yeah, it confuses your enemy if they didn't know where you were last. You know, if they didn't know where you came from.
Yeah, her recall ability is pretty great.
Yeah, recall. It's pretty strong. Also, her ult charges really quickly compared to everyone else, so she basically has a really, really powerful cooldown.
Yeah, and it got buffed back to where it was, or
Yeah,
just
from like
or
300
about
to like 400, something like that.
Basically, you can get 2 Tracer Pulse Bombs before Zarya gets 1 Grav.
2, more like 5. You can get that's pushing it. Maybe like 3. You can probably get 3 pulse bombs.
Maybe I would say like 2, but if you're playing like on like King of the Hill maps, then maybe 3.
Yeah.
Because like with payload and 2 CP,
It's more about waiting.
You're kind of not shooting the other team as much.
Yeah.
For some reason, people group up more of the time in those payloads. I mean, those maps, those kind of versions of the game. Why did I say payloads? I think it's because you said that it was a character.
Payload, strongest character in the game. Come on.
So, the last character that we're going to talk about for the middle tier, it's the only other one, and it's going to be on my middle tier, is Junkrat.
This guy's crazy. This guy's crazy.
I'm not crazy. Junkrat is super good as long as you have pretty decent aim. You don't have to have like the best aim, but he's only good on certain maps. That's why he's in my middle tier, but not in my bottom tier, because you can destroy the shields if they're playing any clump kind of comp. Junkrat's just gonna get in there, destroy the other team, and Junkrat can mostly duel any 200 HP character.
But he's a rat.
He's a pretty tall rat then.
I know. It's a mutated rat. Master Splitter! Master Splitter! Oh, crazy Master Splitter.
Okay, so now we're going to get into our bottom tier.
Bottom tier.
So these heroes are all basically not... you can't get that much value out of them.
There's a lot holding them back.
Yeah. So on my bottom tier, I have Bastion, Doomfist, Genji,
Crazy.
Pharah, Sim, and Torbjorn. And Sim is Symmetra.
Why would you put Genji bottom tier? Come on, tell me why.
Well, to sum it up, all these characters can't get that much value in the current meta. Doomfist was nerfed to the floor. Then he was nerfed about 5 feet into the ground.
He got punched into the floor.
So he can't do as much damage as he once was doing. And then Genji just has too high of a skill ceiling for the majority of the Overwatch community.
And floor.
Yeah.
Ceiling and floor.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, then just get good. I'm just kidding.
The Bastion's like has no ability, can't really do much unless his team actually works around him.
Oh yeah.
And then
Teamwork, what's that, right?
Pharah just suffers from like the 5 other characters that just aim at her and kill her out of the air.
Yeah,
And
like
then
Doomfist.
with Doomfist.
Oh, I'm just saying stuff. I'm just saying stuff.
Then Symmetra because well, you have to be about 3 feet from any opponent and not have them notice you, and have to be on high charge with a decent amount of aim.
That does take a little bit of time.
And then Torbjorn just because Torbjorn.
Torbjorn just because he's a meme. Is that it?
Well, yes, and all of his utility isn't that great. Even his alt is like pretty trash.
I guess his ult. Yeah.
Like,
the thing with Torbjorn is that he can. It's weird because.
Like if we're comparing alts, Torbjorn's is at the bottom.
Yeah, I
Sims is even better.
I can see it. Yeah.
Because like his ult, he puts a bunch of lava on the ground, but it doesn't last for that long, and then it doesn't actually do that much damage. I think it does the same amount of damage as Ashe over time.
Really?
I think it like maybe a little bit more, but it's not that much.
I guess, but it's like he can like kind of spew it out everywhere, all over the point if you're playing King of the Hill, and then the
Or
enemies
payload.
can't touch it. Yeah,
Payload's a nice one, but
just shooting all over the
you
payload.
don't have that much.
Just shooting your goo all over the hot goo all over the payload, getting it all moist. All right, well, on my bottom tier, I put the only difference between my bottom tier and Metz's bottom tier is that I put Junkrat, Sombra, and Soldier on the bottom. And the reason why is because, well, for Junkrat, he's really map dependent. So he's kind of useless on certain maps. And if you play him, then why are you playing him? Like, just don't play him. Come on.
Hey, excuse me. Even in the Overwatch League, Junkrat was the #1 pick on Temple of Anubis.
That's because Temple of Anubis sucks. I hate that map. That map sucks.
I love that map.
Yeah, because you're playing Junkrat.
Widowmaker, Junkrat, Maid. It has like my hero pool.
Exactly. All right? Has your hero pool. But if you play somewhere on
now,
like...
Ilios, I'm done.
Ilios map, you might as well just play golf. Just try to get as many hole-in-ones you can get. But his tire is really strong. That's the one thing. His tire is really strong. And I put Sombra there because, one, she can hack, which sounds cool and all, but hacking someone isn't killing anyone, alright? What matters the most in Overwatch is killing the character.
Sombra requires a lot of teamwork.
Yeah, she requires so much teamwork. She needs more teamwork than Bastion. Bastion, you just need a Reinhardt in front of you. You just need a Orisa in front of you, a Baptiste or something. Just something to help you. Just take the attention away from you. And Bastion's going to do great. Or if everyone's attention is on you, then your team can utilize that and kind of pick at them while they're too focused on trying to shoot you down. But besides Bastion, Sombra, she can hack, which is really strong, but you need someone you might need someone to help you finish the job. Because although her machine gun is strong, if she's fighting like Reaper, and Reaper, his shotguns can still do a lot of damage. Reaper can still fight Sombra. McCree can still fight Sombra, even if he's hacked. No, Tracer's dead. Junkrat can kind of fight Sombra. Pharah, kind of. She just does a lot of damage. Hanzo, there's no difference to Hanzo. You just get rid of his lunge.
You get to go every character where we might be here for a while.
Hey, be quiet, alright? This is my time to shop. Just kidding. Doofus is pretty much dead. But yeah, you get the point. There are some characters that, even if you hack them, they're still probably going to kill you with Sombra. And her ult got nerfed from being like instant ataca das luzes or something in Spanish to like, she's not as quick as anymore.
I don't think it's that much slower, but to like the pros that like frames,
it's noticeable.
Like it's noticeable.
It's noticeable for ult. And the reason I put Soldier there is because Soldier is the jack of all trades, but he's no specialist. And he's the only character that can be considered a healer in the DPS pool. So why is he? What is he doing there?
A jack of all trades is a specialist of none.
That's true. But like, if he's gonna do sustained burst damage, you might as well play Bastion. Like, he's got 300 bullets and he does so much damage.
But okay, but Soldier can actually survive and almost duel any character in the game by himself.
Bastion, because he's using bionic healing. As cheating.
Bionic healing, his Helix rockets do a ton of damage.
I know, but if he whips them, then he's gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, I said with a good amount.
So he suffers from aimthritis too?
No, he doesn't.
Oh my god! Yeah.
No. He doesn't suffer from aimthritis. He just suffers from aimthritis for his Helix rockets.
Just for Helix? Okay.
Because it's also projectile, so it makes it infinitely more times harder to hit. Because projectiles suck. Anyways, besides Hanzo. Hanzo is just you throw loads.
Hanzo's projectile is the best one in the game.
Even though his drop off is almost like a gun nowadays.
Yeah.
He switched from like his normal bow to like a compound bow and like bang.
It's just they buffed Hanzo so much.
Anyways, Soldier can duel almost any character besides like some tanks. Where Bastion sits there. If his team dies around him, he's just like, hey, I'm gonna die.
But the only thing holding Bastion back is that he needs his dang team to help him.
Also,
it is a curse.
Also, since shields have been nerfed, Soldier really comes out because he can deal more damage.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'd agree with you with that one. Because there's less things for him to shoot at.
So you're moving Soldier up to middle tier?
No! You kidding me? Soldier's still mediocre. If you want burst damage, you don't want it on a cooldown. You want it as the primary fire. So you're gonna use Widow, Hanzo, Ashe.
Burst damage. I wouldn't consider.
If you want sustained damage, just use Bastion. He's got 300 bullets and he's and it's way stronger.
I would say, but like replacing some characters, like you can't have Widow, Hanzo work on every map like Soldier works on every single map.
Who needs
every
Soldier
single game mode
when you can just use Baptiste? Who needs Soldier when you could just use Baptiste?
Forget the Baptiste buff for a second.
Who needs Soldier when you can just use Baptiste? Baptiste could just do Soldier's job. Oh, you want to shoot Farah down? Baptiste got her.
I can't really argue against this.
Like, come on. Immortality field. Who needs healing? Who needs biotic healing? Just throw immortality. Just use your fart.
Ever since they randomly buffed Baptiste's damage output, it's been insane. I can't argue against that.
But he does have the auto aim feature, which is pretty good for Soldier. That's the only benefit.
How many hacks are actually in hacks people do in normal video games actually in Overwatch? Widowmaker has wall hacks.
That's true.
Soldier has aim hacks.
There's aimbot. What else would there be?
Lucio has health hacks.
Oh yeah,
extra health hacks.
Just adds more health. Zenyatta invulnerability. Boom, right there. Invulnerability, his ult.
I wonder if the Overwatch development team were just like, so what are declared as hacks? Now, can we give them to characters?
Oh man, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, so those are our tier lists. I hope you guys think we're sane or insane like Wakeng over here.
I'm not insane. You're insane.
You're insane.
You put Genji bottom tier. Why?
You put Soldier bottom tier.
That's because Soldier is the most mediocre
and
character.
Junkrat has so much damage. Anyways,
he has so much damage, but if you can't hit a damn thing,
Anyways, to the listeners.
No, we are not done here. All right.
How do we let them argue over it? To the listeners, who do you think is the best DPS? Okay.
I mean, we all know.
Okay. Think of the best DPS.
All right.
You'll see it on 3.
One.
You ready?
Yeah. 3,
2, 1. Hanzo.
Oh! Whoa!
Surprising, right?
I know. He's copying me.
No, you're copying me.
No, you're copying me. Hanzo.
No.
I said Hanzo first.
I wrote it in the script first.
No. Hey, you're cheating.
Well, too bad. I wrote it in the script first. That means I win.
Hanzo's pretty overpowered. Not overpowered. Hanzo is really, really strong.
If you can figure out his drop-off aim, and you're just going to be destroying.
He doesn't suffer from aim arthritis as much as the other skill shot heroes, so that also makes him a bit better.
Now, if you were going back to the patch before he got his drop-off reduced, this would be a different story.
Oh yeah.
You had to solely main Hanzo to understand it?
Playing Hanzo is such a pain.
Well, I think that wraps up our episode here.
No, it doesn't. We need Scatter back.
Oh, yes, this is true.
I want Scatter back in the game. People keep complaining that Scatter was too strong. Just get good, mate, alright? Just find favorable positions where you won't get caught off.
Here.
And just don't get killed.
Can we, Overwatch, please can we have Scatter back? Except, don't make it like one-shot headshot. Please, just put it back in the game. No one-shot headshot. We're good.
Can we? Okay, fine. If Scatter can't be in the game for Overwatch, is it gonna be in Overwatch 2? That's all I care about.
No, they're not changing multiplayer.
Overwatch 2?
No, it's cross-play.
I know it's gonna be cross-play, but I meant the Overwatch 2 game.
They're not changing any abilities or anything.
Really?
No. I think they might do some adjustment.
I thought you could change abilities for characters in Overwatch.
No, that's only PvE.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The PvE
Yeah.
thing. Can we have scatterback?
Oh, you're saying in PvE?
Yeah, in PvE. Can we at least have scatterback in PvE in Overwatch 2? Like
Yes,
the
please,
good old
that'd be
days.
great.
Come on.
Yeah, I loved shooting the scatter arrow under a payload and
Yeah, you could
just killing people.
Doing like skill
they're
shots with
they're
scatters.
hiding behind the payload. They're like, I'm safe. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah, no, you're not. Kill them, just shoot them in their feet, or like when the enemy's hiding behind a corner, he's like, "Yes, I'm away." And it's like, "No, you're not." Just,
To be
simple
honest,
geometry kill.
To be honest, if scatter arrow was nerfed to where once it split, it only did like 75 damage like storm arrow, I don't see what the problem would be.
Or if they even nerfed it to like 50 damage, like, come on,
How about 75 damage, no headshot?
no headshot.
You can't headshot.
Yeah, I guess that would work. Yeah, we don't want to nerf Storm, but like, Storm Arrow was basically Moira's ball before
12-second
Moira ball.
cooldown.
12-second cooldown.
I just want scatter arrow.
I just want Scatter Arrow back too. Storm Arrow is cool, but like I don't like it. It's not fun. Storm Arrow isn't fun. Scatter Arrow
It's
was
great.
fun.
It's a lot of fun. Don't listen to this guy. It's amazing. Scatter arrow, best ability in the game. It's still technically in the game because every time you click on Hanzo, he still has it.
Yep. Oh yeah, and Sigma too. His primary fire is basically Scatter Arrow. Like what the hell is up with that? Like come on.
And it used to be OP.
Yeah. Like what happened? Why can't we get it back for Hanzo?
Well, I think they've heard enough for our sulking.
Yeah. I just Hanzo's
well,
glory days. Wish he didn't really have any, but
I've been silent.
yes. No, you haven't. Wait.
I know my gamer takes silent.
I know.
I've been silent.
You've been silent, and I've been Elect Thunder 1 for 1.